go back to elementary school, I had three choices in life. I was either going to be a race car driver, a speedboat driver, or an NHL hockey player. My father was a pilot. I always grew up thinking that I'd love to follow in his footsteps, and when I turned about 15, I determined that I'm comfortable with the flying thing, and that's what I wanted to do. So it took approximately a year to find a job. I'd been up here building time on a little Cessna on floats while looking for work. I mailed out about 75 resumes and met people in person, and got hired here in May of 2006. Most airlines wanted to hire people with post-secondary education, so I took a year of business school at Northwest Community College. After I was on my first year, I decided that I wanted to just get right into the flight training, so I went down to Victoria and started training at the Victoria Flying Club. First step was doing the private license, and then you have to build a certain amount of time to work towards your commercial license. And then after that, you can upgrade to a multi-engine instrument rating, so you can fly the bigger commercial aircraft. Or you can come this route and get on training on float planes. And I actually got my float plane training up here through the company that I work for. All right, well, Cheryl, how's the weather looking in Port Simpson?
The weather is great in Port Simpson.
At our company, there's 8 pilots, and they also have a dispatch department, which has 5 people working there, and a maintenance department, which also has another 5 people working there.
I've been actually working at the Seaplane base here since 1969. I started my career here, and I'll probably finish my career here. One of the only pilots on the North Coast that's ever done that. Anyway, and it's fun to have my son working with us here. It's great to have family.
All right. Have in-house maintenance, which some airlines don't have. If there's a young kid coming out of high school that wanted to, was mechanically inclined and wanted to get into mechanics, you can actually come down here and talk with the head of maintenance. They can put you through an apprenticeship program, which there's actually a young guy named Josh in there right now, and he's started as a plane washer when he was in high school. When he graduated, got a job as a freight hand, and then from freight he went over into the hangar, and he's actually working on engines and control services for the airplanes. I'm proud to say the only pilot born and raised in Prince Rupert. I love the community of Prince Rupert. It's just fortunate enough that I could manage to get a job here. If I wanted to move up onto larger aircraft with Air Canada, it would probably most likely have to move down to Vancouver, but that wouldn't be a problem because I just love the coast. I love British Columbia. This is a de Havilland Beaver. They actually started production on these in 1946. They're known as the Great Bush Plane, I guess you will. In our fleet, we have 7 Beavers and 2 turbine otters. The aircraft that a younger pilot would works their way up to get on because it's a little more advanced and it's a turbine engine and it seats quite a few more passengers. So.
I could see myself being a seaplane pilot.
All right, Duran, out of the cockpit.
It's my plane.
It's my plane.
I'm on a plane!